Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus.
This is The Ray Taylor Show.
Welcome to Top 5 from The Ray Taylor Show, where each week I rank movies in a variety of categories, from franchise and subgenre to directors and actors. No film is left unwatched as I break down my top 5 picks. And in this week, I am ranking TV. Sometimes I do TV in addition to movies. So join me every Sunday for a new episode and get ready to dive into the world of film and TV sometimes with Top 5 from The Ray Taylor Show. Hey there, TV buffs and binge watchers. Welcome to a very special episode of Top 5. Today we're taking a small screen journey to explore the top 5 TV shows of 2023. This year has been a roller coaster of amazing television, and I've reviewed every show that's made my list, as well as the honorable mentions, of course. 2023 has been a landmark year for television. We've seen groundbreaking storytelling, breathtaking performances, and innovative concepts that have pushed the boundaries of what TV can be. From high-stakes dramas to laugh-out-loud comedies, this year had it all. Each show on our list has been a standout in its own right, earning its spot through a combination of superb writing, compelling characters, and that special spark that keeps us coming back for more. Whether it was a brand new series that took us by surprise or a returning favorite that continued to raise the bar, 2023's TV landscape was rich with quality content. If you've been following my reviews throughout the year, you know that I've dived deep into each of these shows, dissecting their highs and lows, their plot twists, and character arcs. I've shared my in-depth thoughts on each season and exploring what made them stand out in a year full of strong contenders. Now, as we rank the top 5, remember, this isn't just about which shows had the biggest budget or the most buzz. It's about storytelling that resonates, that challenges us, that entertains and enlightens. These are the shows that define 2023 for me, the ones that left a lasting impression long after the credits rolled. So whether you're looking for recommendations or just curious to see if your favorites made the cut, you're in the right place. And if you want to hear more of my thoughts on each show, be sure to check out my individual reviews for a deeper dive into each story. Join me now as we count down the top 5 TV shows of 2023, celebrating a year of exceptional television and the stories that brought us joy, tears, thrills, and laughter. I love watching and reviewing TV shows along with movies on my other podcasts where I review movies and TV shows. Each year, though, I do love to come on here to Top 5 and rank my favorite TV shows from the previous year. There were some amazing shows this past year. Some of my favorite shows had their final seasons. Some are or were just getting started. And some, may never show up again. Some may be one-offs. You never know. I'm excited, regardless, to share my top 5 favorites from 2023. And this being a yearly tradition for the Ray Taylor Show, I've also done some TV rankings of anthology series, similarly, or for example, doing the Black Mirror, ranking Black Mirror episodes by season, also ranking the short film series Love, Death, and Robots. So if you're looking for more TV rankings, I have done that now and then. But this is a fun yearly thing where I look back, and next week I'm going to be doing my top 5 movies from 2023. Let's take a quick break from the show. Listeners, are you ready to take your experience with the Ray Taylor Show to the next level? Dive into the Inspired Disorder Plus for just $5 a month. You unlock a world of premium content that's sure to satisfy your every entertainment and artistic craving. Imagine enjoying the Ray Taylor Show a full week completely ad-free in both audio and video formats. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Get exclusive access to the live painting archives, be the first to lay eyes on new releases from the many faces, and enjoy members-only discounts and deals that'll have you coming back for more. With a treasure trove that includes a podcast back catalog of 14 unique shows and over 600 episodes, personal insights through Ray Taylor's own blog, and creative writing to spark your imagination, and an interactive Ask Me Anything section, Inspired Disorder Plus is a feast for the curious mind. Ready to elevate your entertainment game? Head on over to inspireddisorder.com/plus and become a member of an exclusive club. Dive in, indulge, and inspire your senses. Now let's get back to the show. Let's get it started with my fifth favorite show of 2023. This was the final season of a show that was and had been epic. Every season of the show is amazing. It really showed us the star and creativity and genius of the person behind this show. And that show I am talking about, coming in number 5, my fifth favorite show of 2023 is Barry Season 4. This is the final chapter of the acclaimed HBO series, co-created by Alec Berg and Bill Hader. The series is known for its darkly comedic and dramatic exploration of the life of the titular character, Barry Berkman, portrayed by Bill Hader, of course, who is a former U.S. Marine turned hitman who aspires to leave his criminal life behind and pursue an acting career. We also have Henry Winkler in one of his best characters and performances of his career, I would imagine, as Gene Cousineau, Barry's acting teacher who becomes a mentor figure. You also have Sarah Goldberg as Sally Reed, an aspiring actress herself and Barry's love interest. We also have Stephen Root as Monroe Funches, Funches, I forget how they pronounce it in the show. Barry's former handler in the hitman business. You also have Anthony Kerrigan as NoHo Hank, a Chechen mobster who becomes one of Barry's criminal associates, as well as many other great characters. Season 4, Barry finds himself facing the consequences of his past actions. After the events of the previous season, Barry's life becomes increasingly complicated as he struggles to reconcile his desires for a normal life with the reality of his violent past. The season delves deeper into Barry's psyche, examining the moral and emotional toll of his actions. The relationships between Barry and the other characters, especially Gene Cousineau, Sally Reed, and Monroe Funke, are the Eagle, the Hawk, I forget what his nickname was, are further explored, highlighting the complexities and consequences of Barry's double life. The season continues the series of blend dark humor, intense drama, and crime thriller elements. The conclusion of this series happened on May 28th of 2023. After 4 seasons and 32 episodes, Barry has been praised for its original storytelling, unique character development, and Bill Hader's multifaceted performance. The final season provides a satisfying conclusion to Barry's story, addressing the central themes of identity, redemption, and the possibility of change. The show has received critical acclaim and multiple awards, notably for its writing, Hader's performance, and its innovative approach to blending different genres. Barry has been recognized for its ability to seamlessly mix elements of comedy and tragedy, making it one of the standout series in recent television history. It is a mind-bending final season. There is a time jump that happens that kind of threw me off, and probably it is the one reason why this is at number 5. Because this is every show on this list is an amazing show. Don't get me wrong, but the time jump was a little bit confusing. Wasn't sure if it was a dream or if it was reality, which, to be honest, the entire season was a lot of dream sequences or hallucinations. So, it's not that far off to think that maybe that time jump was a dream scenario. But it was reality. Some great action set pieces in this season, some hilarious moments. Him walking through Walmart to buy a lot of guns. I mean, there's that scene in like The Matrix, any kind of action movie where your hero's like, I need guns. And then they go into a room that's full of guns, or they have guns appear. And for Barry, when he needs guns, he walks into a Walmart, which is the juxtaposition of him walking through a Walmart and all of the other things that Walmart sells, like children's toys and clothes, and him leaving like just packed to the gills with assault rifles and handguns and whatever else is sold there, was kind of a hilarious juxtaposition. Also, him listening to a religious podcast in order to like justify the murders that he's about to commit is also great. I think Bill Burr was the voice of the religious podcast that was telling him it was okay to kill. But it was a fitting end for Barry, ultimately. Seeing how his story was turned into a film was also comical. This series and season had great performances from everybody involved. Just a great show in general. One that I will enjoy revisiting regularly. So coming in at number 5 is Barry Season 4. Moving on to my 4th favorite TV show from 2023. This was a show that I was highly anticipating its return. This is the 2nd season of this show, and I think it was, and even I think it took what the first season did, and even took a next step up. It elevated itself even past the first season, and that show I'm talking about, coming in at number 4, my 4th favorite TV show of 2023, is The Bear, Season 2. This is an American comedy drama series that was garnered attention for its gritty, realistic portrayal of the restaurant industry and the personal struggles of its main character. This show is created by Christopher Storer. The show premiered on Hulu and quickly gained acclaim for its intense storytelling and strong performances, particularly from Jeremy Allen White, who is part of an amazing cast. Jeremy Allen White starring as Carmen Berzatto, a young award-winning chef. You also have Eben Moss Bacharach as Richie, a longtime friend of Carmi's brother and an employee of the sandwich shop. You also have Ayo Adibiri, who plays Sydney, an actress that I absolutely am in love with. Not only from this show, she was great in the movie Bottoms as well. I really enjoy every time I see her in anything, and I believe she's won a ton of awards for her portrayal in this, her performance in this show. But she plays a talented chef who becomes Carmi's sous chef, and in season 2, a partner in many ways in the restaurant they hope to build together. You also have Lionel Boyce, Liza Collins Zayas, Abby Elliott, Maddie Madison, and in this one we also get the great and powerful Jamie Lee Curtis is part of this season as well, which is very great, a great aspect to the show. I love Jamie Lee Curtis and everything that she does as well. But season 2 follows the success of the inaugural season. The Bear was renewed for a second season, which consists of 10 episodes and released June 22nd of 2023. The season continues to follow Carmi as he navigates the challenges of transforming his brother's sandwich shop into a fine dining establishment. The narrative delves deeper into the chaos and pressure of the culinary world, as well as the personal lives and dynamics of the staff. Episode 6, Fishes, is a standout episode with some of the most tension and chaos in a show that thrives on tension and chaos. It was an epic episode, episode 6, and the standout episode that features Jamie Lee Curtis. Amazing. In season 2, you see further development of the characters, more intense kitchen drama, and the exploration of themes of family, grief, and the pursuit of culinary excellence. The show is known for its authentic portrayal of restaurant life, including the high-stress environment of the kitchen, the complexity of the characters who work there, and the intricate dynamics of their relationships. The critical reception and the renewal of The Bear has been praised for its writing, direction, and performances, particularly highlighting Jeremy Allen White's portrayal of Carmy. The show's realistic depiction of challenges facing the culinary industry and its exploration of the deeper emotional themes have resonated with audiences and critics alike. The positive reception of the second season led to the renewal of the series for a third season in November 2023. The renewal indicates the show's strong performances and authentic response from the viewership, solidifying The Bear as a standout series in the genre of comedy drama. For me, season 2 was highly anticipated, and it delivered. Seeing what it takes to be a fine dining establishment is very interesting, and specifically Richie finding out what dedication it takes to run a fine dining is a great arc that his character takes, while also having the race to finish this remodel and rebuild before their planned opening, which is a great source of stress within and of itself. The addition of Jamie Lee Curtis as Carmy's mom is absolutely amazing. Her performance adds so much to episode 6, Fishes, and is a emotional aspect to the final episode. I believe it's the final episode. In some ways, the season is a classic underdog story, kind of this ragtag group of kitchen workers going for the gold, going from just making sandwiches in this neighborhood sandwich shop to trying to elevate all of their games to be a Michelin star restaurant. I love it. I can't wait for more. It's a beautiful show. It's a stressful show. I love the actors. And if you've worked in food service, this may trigger you. Thankfully, I only worked in food service a little bit a long time ago. So it definitely is an authentic kind of illustration of what that's like, serving food to people. And yeah, it's great. It's great. And I can't wait for more. Season 2, The Bear is here at number 4, my fourth favorite show of 2023. And it's kind of insane that it's down here at number 4. But what can I say? There's amazing shows came out last year. And another one that I think is slightly better, that I enjoyed slightly more, coming in at number 3. This is a season 1 of a show. And this is a show based on a property that in the past has never been able to be adapted successfully into a narrative kind of a thing, whether it be a movie or a TV show. This was, in my opinion, the first successful adaptation into a show from a video game. That show, coming in at number 3, is The Last of Us, Season 1. It's American post-apocalyptic drama television series created by Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann for HBO. The series is a high-profile adaptation of the critically acclaimed video game franchise developed by Naughty Dog, known for its deep storytelling and character development. The creators, of course, Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann. You have a great cast in this. Pedro Pascal as Joel, a hardened survivor tasked with escorting Ellie across a post-apocalyptic United States. You have Bella Ramsey as Ellie, a teenager who is immune to the fungal infection and may hold the key to a cure. You also have Nico Parker as Sarah, Joel's daughter. You have Meryl Dangbridge as Marlene, the leader of the Fireflies, a resistance group. You have Anna Torv as Tess, Joel's partner in smuggling. You have Gabriel Luna as Tommy, Joel's younger brother. Lamar Johnson and Kevon Montel Woodard as Henry and Sam, brothers trying to survive in the post-apocalyptic world. You also have Melaine Linsky and Jeffrey Pierce as Kathleen and Perry, leaders of the resistance movement. Kathleen Deaver as Abby, a key character expected to be central to the second season. You also have Isabel Mercer as Diana, Ellie's romantic interest in the second season, which I guess is spoilers for the second season. You also have young Mazzano as Jesse, Dina's ex. The plot of this show, the series is set 20 years after a pandemic caused by a mass fungal infection, which transforms people into zombie-like creatures and leads to the collapse of society. The first season closely follows the storyline of the 2013 video game, centers on Joel, a smuggler who is tasked with escorting Ellie, a teenager who is immune to the infection, across a devastated United States in hopes of developing a cure. The production of the show, filmed for the first season, took place in Alberta from July 2021 to June of 2022. The second season is set to begin filming in British Columbia in 2024 and is expected to adapt the 2020 game sequel, although I don't know if that's been pushed since Pedro Pascal is so busy. I've heard that the production has been pushed because of his popularity and booking so many roles. The series is a joint production involving Sony Pictures Television, PlayStation Productions, Naughty Dog, The Mighty Mint, and the Word Games. Neil Buckman, who wrote and co-directed the original games, was involved in the script writing for the series, along with Hallie Gross and Bo Shim. The score was composed by Gustavo Santaolalla, with David Fleming maintaining the musical essence of the games. The reception of The Last of Us premiered on January 15th, 2023, to critical acclaim. Critics praised the series for its faithful adaptation of the source material, the performances of the cast, especially Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. The writing, production design, and score were all great. The show was hailed as one of the best adaptations of a video game, setting a new standard for such adaptations. This show also garnered awards and much viewership. Very popular. The series won several awards, including 8 Primetime Emmy Awards from 24 nominations. It garnered significant viewership with 4.7 million viewers on the first day across linear channels and HBO Max, and an average of almost 32 million viewers per episode by May. The Last of Us stands out as a landmark series in adapting video game narratives to television, successfully translating the game's intense, emotional, and narrative depth to a new medium. The anticipation for its second season, set to premiere in 2025, reflects its impact and high expectations from its growing fan base. One of the few shows I kept up with on a week-to-week basis. I never do that. I usually wait for a show to end or for the last episode to be about to premiere, and I binge the show and then watch the final episode when it gets released. This one is one of the few where I was appointment viewing every week, which is crazy. Such a great take on the quote-unquote zombie genre, which I think some people, cried about that being compared to zombies, which is clearly a zombie type of a show, but kind of mixed with real science, how there is literally a fungus that causes insects to become zombies, and how this show makes that reality possible for humans to be able to be infected by this fungus as well. Made me go back and rewatch. The show was so good. It made me go back and rewatch a completely different show, The Walking Dead, just to kind of keep that zombie vibe going. I'm super excited for season 2. May have been the first successful video game adaptation that I can think of. I know there's been some more recent movies and things that have kind of been doing well, but I think The Last of Us is kind of a landmark in that type of adaptation. So coming in at number 3, my third favorite show of 2023 is The Last of Us Season 1. Let's take a short break from this episode. Listeners, if you're an art lover like I am, or simply somebody who appreciates unique creativity, I've got something you'll adore. Dive into the world of The Many Faces, an ongoing series of mesmerizing ink paintings on paper painted by me. Each piece is a captivating blend of abstract and surreal, always presenting a face that tells its own story. The dedication behind this series is unmatched, with new paintings being released every single day. And if you're thinking about owning one, you're in luck. You can start with a 4x6 painting for just $20. And if you desire something grander, there are larger sizes with prices to match. Imagine having an original piece of art infused with emotion and mystery gracing your space. So if you're intrigued, don't wait. Check out the entire collection and get your own at inspireddisorder.com. Own a piece of creativity that truly stands out. Now let's get back to the show. Moving on to my second favorite show from 2023. This is a show that I have loved every episode of every season, and I'm kind of ashamed it's at number 2, but let's face it, there's some great shows this past year. Coming in at number 2, for their final season, is Reservation Dogs, my second favorite show of the year. Season 3 of Reservation Dogs dropped this past year and was the finale of the show. It continues the innovative and critically acclaimed series created by Sterling Harjo and Taika Waititi. The show, known for its authentic portrayal of indigenous life and its unique blend of comedy and drama, drives deeper into the lives of the central characters as they navigate the complexities of life on a rural Oklahoma reservation. In Season 3, the narrative expands both in geography and in depth as the Res Dogs, Alora, Bear, and Willie Jack, as well as Cheese, initially find themselves stranded in California. Their journey back to Okern, Oklahoma, set the stage for new adventures and personal growth. Alora contemplating the idea of college, exploring paths beyond the reservation. Bear encounters a conspiracy theorist named Maximus, which adds an intriguing twist to the storyline. And of course, Willie Jack, my favorite character of the show, becomes more involved in the welfare of her community, reflecting a deepening of her character. Cheese, who is amazing, I love Cheese too, continues to live with his grandma, who's not really his grandma, adding humor and warmth to his story and his worry of his friends who are older, going their separate ways. The season also delves into the lives of the other reservation residents, offering a broader perspective on the community, specifically the elders of the community. The show explores the backgrounds and personal journeys of characters like tribal cop Big, cannabis enthusiast Brownie, and the physics lover Bucky. The enigmatic Deer Lady, Bear's mother Rita, Willie Jack's father Leon, and Daniel's mother Hochty receive more focus in this season as well. Viewers learn more about Old Man Fixo and the Fixico and the rest of the elders on the reservation, flashing back to a time when they were kids in the 60s. It's kind of a fun little Dazed and Confused type of an episode in this season, which is pretty great. The themes in Season 3 of Reservation Dogs continue to explore themes of identity, community, and resilience. The stories are interwoven with elements of indigenous culture, humor, and the realities of life in rural America. This season in particular touches on themes of healing and dealing with the past as characters confront personal and historical traumas. The reception for this season, the show has been praised for its groundbreaking representation of indigenous people on television, its fresh storytelling, and its balanced approach to comedy and drama. The focus on individual and communal healing in Season 3 is likely to add a depth to the already rich narrative landscape of the series. Reservation Dogs is celebrated for its authentic voice and its ability to tell stories that are both specific to Indigenous experience and universal in their appeal. The series has received acclaim for its writing, direction, and performances, making it a significant and influential show in the contemporary television landscape. I thought it was a perfect end to the series. Emotional, got me choked up. Would have loved more, don't get me wrong, would have loved more seasons. Maybe continue to follow Willie Jack as the new kind of medicine woman of her community, and introducing new characters within the community. Or maybe a spin-off even, would love that. Willie Jack, medicine woman. I'm all for it. Regardless, I'm excited to see what all these actors do next. I'm excited to see what Sterling Harjo does next. Really a big fan of this show in general. It is so good. One of the best shows ever. Maybe. It is an amazing show. Solid 3 seasons. They're in 3 seasons out. Did it even better than Ted Lasso. So coming in at number 2, my second favorite show of 2023 is Reservation Dogs, the third and final season of Reservation Dogs. But moving on to the show that was by far my favorite, a show that I had heard about years ago because of one of the actors mentioned they were doing a thing. This happened to be the thing that they were talking about. And let me tell you, this blew my mind, this show. I love this show so much. It was so much fun, and I don't know if there's going to be a second season. This was the first season. There's talks of potentially bringing it another season. Not sure if it will be an anthology series or if it's going to continue the stories of this first season. But regardless, for me, this is my favorite. Coming in at number 1 is Beef. Beef came out 2023. It's a comedy. It's a drama. It's a mini-series. But we all know what happened to White Lotus. That was a mini-series that became a series. So this could be that as well. This was created by Lee Sung-jin for Netflix. The series is notable for its exploration of how a seemingly trivial incident can escalate into a far more significant and prolonged conflict, providing both dramatic and comedic elements. Great cast in this. You have Steven Yeun as Danny Cho, one of the 2 main characters involved in a road rage incident. You have Ali Wong as Amy Lau, the other principal character engaged in the feud with Danny. The series also features Joseph Lee, Young Mazino, David Cho, and Patty Yasutaki in supporting roles. Beef follows the story of Danny Cho and Amy Lau, 2 strangers whose lives intersect dramatically due to a road rage incident. The encounter spirals into an intense and prolonged feud, affecting the various aspects of their personal and professional lives. The narrative delves into themes of anger, resentment, and the human tendency to let small conflicts grow into significant disputes. The reception and awards for this show, Beef was met with a critical acclaim upon its release. Critics highlighted its performances of Steven Yeun and Ali Wong, praising their abilities to convey the complexities and intensity of their characters' emotions. The writing and direction of the series were also commended for their effectiveness in balancing the story's dramatic tension with moments of humor. The series revived significant recognition at award ceremonies. At the 75th Primetime Emmy Awards, Beef won 8 awards, including Outstanding Limited Anthology Series. Both Yoon and Wong received acting awards for their performances. At the 81st Golden Globe Awards, the series won in all 3 of its nominated categories, including Best Limited or Anthology Series or Television Film. The accolades for Beef underscore its success as a unique and compelling addition to television, particularly in the limited series format. Its blend of comedy and drama combined with a strong performances, insightful storytelling has made it a standout show in its year of release. I had no idea where this show would go past its interesting initial conflict, the road rage incident. Such interesting characters. Ali Wong's performance is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad she won an award for her performance. Just another example of what I've seen as an amazing trend of tiny women being able to kick ass, or at least being badass. I'm a huge fan of Ali Wong's stand-up, and to see her performance as an actress, amazing. A standout performance. Steven Yeun, amazing in everything as well. But as far as Ali Wong as this little woman who can kick ass, it's just something that I've really enjoyed seeing. The newest season of Fargo is similar, with Juno Temple as another example of a tiny woman kicking ass. But not sure if there will be more of this show, either a continuation of the story or make it an anthology series like The White Lotus. I would be fine with either. Nothing official, but my fingers are crossed. Also a fan, David Cho was the person. I'm a fan of David Cho. He's an artist. He used to do a podcast called DVD ASA, which I was a huge fan of. And, I kind of follow him tangentially these days as he's doing a lot of different stuff. But I heard that he was doing a show with Steven Yeun, and somebody else was in the show. I think it's Bill Burr is in the show. Is Bill Burr in this show? I think Bill Burr is in the show as one of the thugs. I'm almost positive. And Bill Burr mentioned how amazing David Cho's performance was. Andrew Santino was the one that said it. Sorry, another white comedian. Andrew Santino plays one of the thugs, one of David Cho's thugs. Great show. I absolutely love it. Instantly number one. So good. Such a good show. So good, so good. Easily my number one of 2023. Big ups to Beef. Honorable mentions. Shows that I loved that didn't make the list. Gen V, Season 1. I love The Boys. There's no new season of The Boys yet. I think coming out very soon, though. But Gen V was amazing. Loved that show. Dave, Season 3, which may be the final season of Dave. I'm not sure. Absolutely amazing season. The episode with Brad Pitt is epic. An epic show. Ted Lasso had its final season, Season 3. Wasn't the best season, but I love Ted Lasso. People can criticize Ted Lasso all they want, but it is one of my favorite feel-good shows ever made. Jury Duty is a show that came out of nowhere, Season 1. Absolutely loved that show as well. Reality prank show, kind of, where one guy doesn't know that everybody else is actors in this. It's a great show. Heartwarming show. And also Poker Face. No way Poker Face was going to make my list, but it is a lot of fun. A Ryan Johnson film, a show starring Natasha Lyonne. Just a great whodunit, weekly whodunit, mystery of the week. So much fun. I can't wait for Season 2 of Poker Face. But let me recap my list one more time, and we will get out of here. This is my top 5 TV shows from 2023. Starting off with number 5 is Barry, Season 4. Number 4 is The Bear, Season 2. Number 3 is The Last of Us, Season 1. Number 2 is Reservation Dogs, Season 3. And my number 1 favorite show from 2023 is Beef. Beef, beef, beef. Love that show. Would love to hear your favorite shows of last year. Are there shows that I didn't get to that you would love to recommend? I would love to go watch great shows, so if you have recommendations, I would also love to hear and see your top 5 list. And, maybe I'll get recommendations off of that. Regardless, let me know what your top 5 favorite shows of last year were in the comments. Hit me up on social media. Thank you for tuning in to Top 5 from The Ray Taylor Show. I do hope you enjoyed my rankings and analysis of my top 5 favorite TV shows of 2023. Let me know how you would rank your favorite top 5 shows of last year. Are there any shows that I missed, should reconsider, and join the conversation by leaving a comment or rating on your favorite podcast platform or over on youtube.com/inspireddisorder. Until next week, I'll see you again next Sunday for another episode of Top 5. Subscribe to The Ray Taylor Show on YouTube and everywhere podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Purchase Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.